So last week I shared with you how we were incorporating vision boards to encourage our children in their journey of growth mindset thinking. Another thing that we have started doing with our children this school year is goal planning. And it's something that we've kind of built into our curriculum as a homeschooling family, but it's absolutely something that you could include in your family meetings or just in your day-to-day activities with your children. One of the things that I find very frustrating with my children is that there isn't a lot of thought process when they're planning things out. And I'm sure that you can relate to that. Most of the time our children wake up and they're kind of functioning from hour to hour. And so they do need a lot of structure and routine. But at the same time, I realized that goal planning is a skill that is really important and something they need to acquire for their future. And so how do we incorporate goal planning into their day-to-day life where we can expand upon it as they age, but it's something so simple to get them thinking about the future? So today I'm going to share with you just a simple thing that we've started doing to help our children move in the right direction. Developing organizational skills and goal setting skills definitely takes time. And so I think you have to kind of baby step it. Last school year, I spent a majority of the year teaching my children how to use an agenda or a calendar. And I know a lot of the public schools and probably private schools already have that incorporated at school. So it's a matter of basically combining that with your home life. So with my children, I just buy, these are from the Dollar Tree, just really inexpensive little calendars. And every single day before we start school, I have them open to the day and I have them fill it out. They put all of their extra activities in that they're going to have after school, whether it's piano practice or baseball or softball. And then we also kind of list our goals for the school day, what they're going to be working on. They also bring these calendars to our family meetings each week. And during our meetings, we fill the week out with all the extracurricular activities. So they kind of have a heads up when they get into the school week, what they have after school. And so what we're trying to do with these is really get them to see how important it is to schedule out their days and their weeks and just be familiar with what's happening in their schedule. I don't know about you, but for me, I felt like a lot of times my kids still were going, what day is it? I don't even know. And so it's really important for them to learn that skill because time management is huge as we get older. You and I both know that when you're working and you have a family and activities and appointments, you need those calendars. So we are going old school with the paper, but I'm sure you could also do it on your children's phones or technology as well. The second thing that we added, and this is new for us this year, is goal planning. So now that my children are getting used to writing in a calendar and they're kind of planning their days out and they kind of have that layout, I wanted them to be a little bit more forward thinking this school year. So in my previous video last week, I talked about our vision board that we did, which was our dream board, helping us just visualize the fun things we wanted to do in school. The second thing that we did to go with it is we did some goal planning our first week of school. And this is something, again, that you could add to your family meetings or just in general with your family. It doesn't have to be a homeschool event. I simply went online and printed off a really simple worksheet that has my goals with little bubbles. You could make your own. There's tons that you can purchase and download. But essentially, whatever you use, it's just a tool to help your children really think through the things that they would like to learn. So, for instance, with our goal planning sheet, I had the kids in each bubble write something different. One of them was things that I'm good at, just making kind of a list like in school or in general in life, what am I good at? I think a lot of times our children really beat themselves up over all the things they don't think they're great at. And again, that's a fixed mindset thinking. So it's really interesting to see how hard it is for them to fill that bubble out. So they do what they're good at, things that they want to be better at. So again, addressing the things that they can do, but they'd like to maybe master more. And believe it or not, that's always another really challenging bubble. And then things that I want to learn. And this one's usually comes pretty easy. There's always a list of things that they want to learn or to master. And then from there, I have them fill little things out, like things that they like, and then just little tidbits about them. And this is what we did for school. If you're doing it for your home life, you may have some different categories in there. But really what I wanted to do is start getting them to think about what are things that I'm currently doing that I'd love to push myself and do better at? What are things that I've been afraid to try but would like to try? And what are things that are just really hard for me, and just getting them to really start goal planning. And then from there, our next step will be taking these bubbles or these categories and creating steps and helping them figure out how to achieve those goals. So we're kind of moving in a slow direction, but the first thing that we did was just really get them to think about those categories, and we reference them a lot. So for instance, my son would like to challenge himself with piano a little bit more. And so he has that in there, like things that I'm good at, but could improve on. And so we're able to make steps for him. Well, what can we do? How much more can we practice? What are things that we could talk to your piano teacher about? And so we're always trying to take these goals and basically make them pliable in his life. So that is kind of how we are starting the goal setting. So as you can see, organizational skills and goal setting go hand in hand with growth mindset. They really do just complement the whole journey. And I hope that this video will encourage you to also try doing some goal planning with your children. Start small, start simple. It might be with just one activity, but I promise you, if you do it, your children will reap the reward of having these skills early in life. Well, guys, happy goal planning. I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for watching my video and for all of your support. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join me in my unconventional parenting journey.